What's going on, guys? It's your boy Devour here. Today we're going to be talking about exactly what the intro said, how to get more kills, dominate lobbies, never lose. And honestly, we could talk about all this stuff for like forever, but for time's sakes, I've narrowed it down into just like 6 tips that I use pretty much every single day, and I feel like you can use it in every single match. Now, in this small little clip I have coming up for you guys, I slowed it down a little bit. I like to call this tip break the hold. So use your lethals, use your tacticals to clear a little hole for yourself first. This is one of the tips as well. I slide cancel into the container and then take these enemies out. Your perks, your field upgrades, and your weapon setup is also going to be inside these 6 tips as well. And the final tip is going to be the double bunny hop. This is going to be the most advanced movement, but it's definitely going to help you out in the long run. And then as you can see for the rest of the clip, it's just my perks and my field upgrades working in a perfect unison together to give me the best possible result. And the result that I'm looking for is having my name on top with the most score, the most kills, and bringing home the W for my team as well. This is a really good first step if your end goal is to start nuking kids as well. You want to start dropping nuke videos every single day on YouTube. You should be able to do this first. If you can master this step down, nuking honestly just comes. It will just start coming to you. You'll be surprised how many big streaks you go on, and then once you're at like 17, 18 kills, just take it really seriously, take it a little bit slower, and then you'll get those final 12, 13 kills that you need. Now, tip number 6 is something that we all know that Kobe Bryant has taught us. Like, whether you know it or not, Kobe Bryant has taught it to you. Hard work and practice makes you better. Hard work and practice makes you better. Same thing goes with Call of Duty as well, guys. So you want to get better at Call of Duty, you want to have better aim, you want to start snapping on kids more, you want to be able to control your recoil better, you want to be able to have better movement, then you got to practice it. The best way to practice it is just go into a private match with bots, leave them on regular, don't put them to recruit because that's too easy, don't put them like higher than regular because honestly, like, you want to be practicing. This isn't supposed to be full speed, it's supposed to be half speed. Now, the main thing that we're practicing while we're in here is basically a lot of times in public matches you'll see people like camping, you see them just holding like one angle, one doorway. What we want to do is we want to practice killing that person, because if you can take that person out with fancy movement and just undeniable accuracy, that's going to make you much better. Like, you're going to be in such a good position no matter what the game mode is, no matter what the situation is. Like, you can just make the most out of it. You can like double bunny hop into a room and you can take them all out. You can slide cancel into a room, slide cancel out of the room, slide cancel back into the room, take them all out. You know what I mean? But you're only going to be able to do that when you're really comfortable with your movement, you're really comfortable with your aim. And I don't know if you've ever watched I'm Marksman before, but if you watch any of his videos, you'd say that it's pretty satisfying to just watch him move. You see him double bunny hop around corners, he does it really well, he does it really fluid. You see him slide cancel around corners, he does it very well, he does it very fluid. It makes the gameplay that much better. So if you are a YouTube content creator, it's definitely in your best interest to learn these movements now, because they're not going anywhere. They're going to be on the next Call of Duty. They were on the Call of Duty before this. They were on the Call of Duty 3 Call of Duties before this. It's in every single game. And even if you're just a montage maker or like you're just a quick scoper, when you slide cancel, it makes your gun zoom in faster. So especially if you're using like an AX50 or an HDR or even the 50 cal, like these sniper rifles zoom in a little bit slower. So if you slide cancel to the corner first and then you zoom in with that slide cancel, you're actually going to zoom in faster. So it's going to make your montage clip getting ability that much better. I don't know if that makes sense. But getting back into the video, I don't want to get too far away from it. These tips is going to be, number 1, break the hold. Use your tacticals, use your lethals, throw them in the room first, use them as a sensor at least. Even if it doesn't get a kill, at least you know they're in there. At least you know where the enemy might be, and you have a really good chance of killing them. So a lot of people, you'd be surprised, they all use stim shot because they think they're really good, but be honest with yourself. Like, you know, if you're not an advanced player yet, if you haven't dropped a single nuke yet, you probably shouldn't be using stim shot. You probably should be using stuns and flashes, to be honest. In the next two tips that we're going to cover, we're going to go in more detail on slide canceling, how to do it, double bunny hopping, how to do it, and how to perfect both of them, to be honest, because it does take a little bit of work to get it down, and there's two basic ways of doing both of them, and you should learn the basic ways first, and then you can always add on your own twist to it afterwards. Without further ado, we're going to go ahead and hop into slide canceling. I have my friend Uzi slide canceling right now. You can kind of see his movement. It just looks fast, it looks good. How he normally does it is he slide cancels and he jumps after it. That's a really good combination, but we're just going to focus on just learning how to slide cancel for right now. So he's going to go ahead and slide cancel and kill me. Then we're going to go ahead and watch the kill cam and kind of see what it looks like. So let's go ahead and watch. Boom. Alright, now how did he do that? What you do is you slide, you zoom in, and then you unslide. So whatever button you use to slide, you hit that button again before you're done sliding, and then that movement together is going to look like that. One more time, we're going to run it at half speed. So slide, zoom in, unslide. As you can see, it brings up my MP5 sights very quickly, even though I only have one thing increasing my ADS speed on my MP5. To practice it, literally just slide, zoom in, unslide, slide, zoom in, unslide. Just practice it a bunch of times until it's literally second nature for you. Now, just to show you like how big a difference it really makes, I'm just gonna have him slide cancel a bunch of times. Just kind of look at his speed, look at how he looks right now. It looks very professional. Now look at this. That's a regular slide. One more time. That's a regular slide. So slow paced. Now we're gonna get into the advanced movement, the double bunny hop. 1, 2, boom. As you can see, I made it super far. Now, double bunny hopping is not as easy as I just made it look, but it is definitely very rewarding. As you can see, the setup I have, I jump from this tactical insertion. That way I can measure exactly how far I'm making it. Now I'm going to show you what just a regular tactical sprint jump looks like. Boom. Do you see how much less distance I'm getting? Like, how much easier it is to kill me. How much less momentum I have. One more time on the bunny hop again, jumping from the tactical insertion, boom, boom. As you can see, I just make it super far. We're gonna slow that down real fast. I'm gonna tell you guys exactly how I do it. So definitely the best way to do it is when you're in dead silence and with a tactical sprint. I think it just makes the timing easier to learn. So we wanna jump, flick, zoom in, jump again. Jump, flick, zoom in, jump again. As soon as you hit the ground, that's when you jump again. But as you notice, you're kind of like jump strafing to the right or to the left, depending on whatever direction you're going into. One more time at full speed, different jump, jump, boom, as you can see. So jump, zoom in, jump as soon as you hit the ground. The final stage to mastering it would be hitting someone in motion. And then that's how you're gonna be able to truly apply double bunny hopping to your enemies. Now I'm gonna show you kind of what it looks like. So first, we're gonna have him just tactical sprint jump. Now this is definitely better than nothing. Nothing kind of looks like someone just coming around the corner, zoomed in. This is like Timmy 5000. As you can see, it's really easy for me to pop him. Like, if I'm any sort of talented, it'd be easy for me to kill him there as well. Again, these are two very simple movements that you want to grow out of. The tactical sprint jump around the corner is old, it's played out. Holding your gun zoomed in around the corner definitely makes you an easy prey. You want to get better at the game and you want to hit people with this. We're going to run it one more time in slow motion so you can see exactly how good it is. And we're waiting, and we're waiting. And as you can see, it's just, it would be super hard to try and kill him. Because honestly, you would zoom in right when he reaches the ground, but then he has that second hop, and that's going to give him so much more momentum. And it's going to take you a really long time to move your zoomed in gun to him, especially if he keeps moving after that bunny hop. And then can you imagine him snap aiming like right on you? So you're instantly getting shots on you and you're trying to get your cursor on him to get your shots to land. That's the whole purpose of the double bunny hop. Now the final two tips is going to be how to set up your gun. The biggest mistake I see when people set up their guns is they don't have enough ADS speed, especially for multiplayer. In Warzone, you can get away with like a lot, to be honest. You really don't need that much ADS speed. You really need to focus on like accuracy and control. But in multiplayer, you definitely need ADS speed. So I only have one attachment giving ADS speed, but that one attachment balances out these other 4 attachments, because all these other 4 attachments on the gun all take away ADS speed. If I didn't have the no stock attachment on this gun would take a really long time to zoom down the sight, and honestly I wouldn't have a really good fighting chance against half of my opponents. Without going into too much detail, we're going to kind of leave that there for the best weapon class setups. For your weapon, just make sure that if you're going for big nasty streaks, you're going to want a suppressor. If you're going for nukes, you're going to want a suppressor. And make sure you balance out your ADS speed. That way you have a good fighting chance against all of your enemies. Moving right into the next tip, which will be our final tip for the video. You really want to make sure that your perks and your field upgrades work well together. Now for me, I really like to use kill chain. When you get a kill with one of your kill streaks, say a cluster strike, it counts towards your next kill streak. Say you have a VTOL, say that VTOL gets like 3 kills when it comes in, and your final streak is a Pavlo. You essentially just got a Pavlo or support helo, whatever you want to call it, in like 6-7 kills. So that's really going to help you dominate the lobbies. You're going to be able to put up so much more air support in such a quicker amount of time. You're going to be able to call in like 3-4 support helos, Pavlos a game. If you really want to make the enemy quit, go ahead and put on chopper gunner and gunship. They'll definitely leave if you do that. The only problem with using kill chain is then you don't get to use EOD, which is pretty much what everybody uses as their first perk, which gives you explosive resistance. So in order to make up for me not having EOD, what I do is I have on amped and I use trophy systems. So my trophy system will throw down really fast, and then that will absorb explosive things coming in my direction. Now if you want to use dead silence instead, you want to make sure you have on tune-up, maybe quick fix, maybe EOD. That way you're constantly recharging your dead silence at a super fast rate, because if you're using dead silence and you plan on using dead silence correctly, you should be rushing every corner with your head cut off. And you definitely want to be using the tricks that we talked about earlier, slide canceling around corners, double bunny hopping around corners. If you do that while you're constantly in a dead silence, then it's definitely going to help you out a lot. And tune up is going to help you get your field upgrade as fast as possible. So if you're a dead silence runner, make sure you're using tune up. If you're a trophy system runner like me, I would definitely recommend amped. That way you can throw the trophy system down fast and it's not taking you forever and a day to do it as well. These are the only 3 field upgrades you should be running: trophy system, dead silence, and ammunitions box. Honestly, all the rest of them are like, if you're trying to do something special, I guess use stopping power rounds. If you're trying to do something special, I guess use tactical insertion, but honestly you don't want to be using those. Deployable cover is good if you're going for Damascus, then you can just mount anywhere. But besides that, you want to stick to trophy system, dead silence, and munitions box. And if you're using munitions box, again, I think you really want to be using amped, because it means you're probably going for a nuke. You want to be able to throw down that ammo box really quickly and get out of there as well. And the 6th tip is just too obvious, but barely any people do it. It's honestly just practice. Hop into a match with some bots, just practice. The main difference between pro players and like average players is pro players will stay scrimming and practicing all day long. So when they finally face a real opponent, like, they're beaming them down. That's the biggest difference. You could ignore every tip and just practice and be pretty good, to be honest. Hope you guys enjoyed the video today. My name is Devour. Make sure you smash that subscribe button if you have not already. GG's, guys.